The alleged crimes of Sean Diddy Combs are what's trending in true crime this morning. Welcome back. I'm Julie Grant. Many people are noticing the celebrity associates who are not speaking out. Let's talk about them. For instance, Usher, who was managed by Diddy. Remember that when he was 13 and later worked with him as an adult. Usher recently wiped his profile from Twitter, X. He was mentioned in one of the sex assault lawsuits at someone who had sexual interactions with Combs. Howard Stern once asked Usher about Diddy's wild parties. Here's what he said.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle,
right?
And I saw it, and it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it.
And we've got another Diddy associate who's noticeably quiet this morning, Justin Bieber. The singer becoming acquainted with Diddy around the age of 15 years old. And many are speculating that Bieber could be a victim, but Bieber himself has not commented. Our question this morning, which celebrities will break the deafening silence? We got an awesome power panel standing by. Let's bring them in now. Law enforcement expert Sonny Slaughter, entertainment commentator Holland Reed, and corrections officer and the former president of the New York City Correction Officers Union, Elias Hussamadeen. Good morning to you all. Holland Reed, I want to start with you, please. The entertainment industry is abuzz. Tell us what you're hearing this morning.
What I'm hearing this morning is that we've gone from just shaking in the boots to sheer panic. As you said in your opening statements, Julie, the silence is deafening, especially from longtime associates of Diddy, such as J-Lo, who dated him for a very long time in the early 2000s, Usher, who was one of his proteges, along with Justin Bieber. These are people that had firsthand accounts and experiences with this man, and they are quiet. And the reason being is they don't know what part of their experiences are on those tapes that the FBI has and what they got during those raids. They don't know if it was criminal or just a part of whatever, their adult consent, pleasure, whatever you want to call it. But what they're worried about now is their own brand, their own empires, their own careers. And if they had any part of planning or any part of knowing about the minors or the sex workers there, they're going to be in big trouble as well.
Oh, you're so right, Holland. You're so right. Sonny Slaughter, let's talk about that. When we think about famous celebrities who are shaking in their boots this morning, I would imagine these investigators are going to want to talk to a lot of people, that a lot of interviews may still need to be done. Would you speak to that, please, Sonny, the investigation aspect of this and what more needs to be done to gather all the information about what Diddy allegedly did?
Good morning, Julie, and my esteemed colleagues. So what I can tell you is that there has already been a lot of conversation with some of the celebrities that have been identified as victims, and another term that I use is victim perpetrators. So although some of these individuals may have been victims, they may have also been perpetrators that participated in the forced fraud and coercion of others. So those investigations, those conversations have already started, and everyone, as I have stated before, needs to obtain legal counsel. HSI, which we call Homeland Security Investigation, is the lead agency on this. They are the best at what they do. They are also working in concert with the FBI, the U.S. Attorney's Office, the U.S. Postal Service, the Department of Corrections, local, state, and other agencies to determine exactly where the intersection of criminal activity and the investigations need to take place. So this is an ongoing multi-jurisdictional agency investigation, and people who have attended these parties, who may have seen something and didn't say something, everybody needs to get an attorney because everyone will get questions. One of the things, last thing that I'll say, one of the things that Diddy did, which has helped in this investigation, is that in the attempt and allegedly for force, fraud, and coercion. He created his own narrative with the tapes, the videos, and everything that law enforcement can review. So this is a tracking and trending operation where they already have enough evidence, which is why the first indictment has come down, and you can expect that there will be more.
Great information, Sunny. Thank you for all of that. One person who is speaking out, rapper Shine. Remember him, Diddy's artist? Back when that nightclub shooting happened in New York, we all heard about it. Diddy was there, Jennifer Lopez was there. And we know that Shine was the one left holding the bag. And even though there was a witness who said it was not Shine who shot me, Shine wound up being convicted, being deported. Let's take a listen to some of what he has said about Diddy.
Let us not lose sight of what the cold hard facts are. This was not someone who I vacationed with and who he and I enjoyed this great intimate relationship of brotherhood. This is someone who destroyed my life.
Okay, Elias Hussamadeen, last but certainly not least, I want to go to you, please, and tap into your experience. Everybody's wondering, is Diddy gonna sing like a canary now that he is locked up and not living his lavish lifestyle? There are many people who believe he could bring a lot of famous people down if he talks. What do you think may happen, Elias?
Quite frankly, there's no telling what's going to happen under these circumstances. Sometimes people break and sometimes they talk. One of the things that I was asked about was whether or not he should be placed or whether or not he's placed under a suicide watch. And in those situations when we have people of his notoriety in jail, suicide watch is something that it would be negligent not to put him under, considering what's going on and everything that's been said since we've been on this broadcast, and considering that suicide is the #1 cause of death inside the jails and the prison. But there's a possibility that he, as well as others in the past, might break.
I see it potentially happening, because when I look at this indictment, I mean, this is nasty. This is filthy, dirty stuff being alleged. And I would imagine if there's any hope of a deal, Diddy would take it. I want to play a clip from someone who is famous in the industry, someone that, knows Diddy. There's a long history there. And he's in lockup right now. The difference is he's a real hardened gangster. Suge Knight. Suge Knight speaking out about Diddy and talking about the things he's done, potentially catching up. This is prior to the indictment as well. Let's play a clip of what Suge said on his podcast.
I tell you what, Puffy. Your life is in danger. Because you know the secrets. Who's involved in that little secret room you guys participating in. Oh, yeah, by the way. Do not do your time going by Brother Love. Brother Love is not a good code name for prison. I'm out.
Oh my gosh, it's like he's prophesizing there. Holland Reed, let me go back to you here. I know you heard this when he released it, and now the Diddy's indicted. Your thoughts, please.
Let me just say this. I've met Suge Knight one time, and that is the most menacing, scariest person I've ever met in my life, standing in his presence, and I never would like to do that again. He's also somebody that knows what it's like to intimidate witnesses and people. That's why these celebrities are keeping quiet, because they were scared for their life. Kim Porter was scared, Cassie was scared, but now here we are. And I think hopefully people will start talking, simply because he is in jail and he is locked up. But they are still scared. Puffy has goons. He did not do this alone. Suge Knight knows what he's talking about, and they better listen.
So well said, Holland. Thank you for that. Suge says Diddy's got the secrets. And so let's talk about something that is possibly one of those secrets. We've got online sleuths, of course, all over this. And this morning, they're taking a hard look at the death of Diddy's longtime former girlfriend, the mother of some of his children, Kim Porter. Remember her? She died in 2018 at the age of 47. Her cause of death was listed officially as pneumonia. And we know that Kim Porter was working on a tell-all book at the time, which, by the way, may still get released. People very close to her and Diddy say that she was a victim of years of physical and sexual abuse. A former bodyguard for Combs has repeatedly talked about it online. Take a listen.
He broke Kim, let's say allegedly, but it was told by people in her camp that he broke Kim's nose on a yacht. So Cassie's story is Kim's story. Cassie's book is Kim's book.
Gene Deal right there seems to know what he's talking about. So our question to our power panel now, is Kim Porter's death going to be investigated? Let's bring them back in. Sonny Slaughter, I want to go to you on this, please. What do you think?
I think there's an opportunity for them to reopen the investigation into Kim Porter's death and to really start listening to what some of the people in her camp and friends have been saying all along. This is not a news story around Kim Porter, and I hope that it really does get the eyes that it deserves, because these are horrific allegations. And although they're allegations, they're so horrifying, and so many people knew and so many people ignored. And there's a reason why many people did, but right now I think there's an opportunity to look at this death more intentionally and to get justice, if necessary, for Kim Porter and for her children, their children.
Yes, Sonny, well said. And for anybody wondering legally, always remember this little teachable moment. With homicide, there's no statute of limitations. So if it was a death in that way, then investigators can proceed with charging. And so as of right now, pneumonia is what it was officially deemed. We'll see if it gets cracked open in light of all of these circumstances. Elias Hussamadeen, I want to tap into your experience with corrections work. So tell us, as we wrap up this segment for today, and we're going to be talking about Diddy every day, just about, tell me, if you had to give him some advice on how to live in lockup, because this is not what he's used to. As we know, he doesn't have wait staff and, you know, a masseuse and whatever else he has in his daily life, a chauffeur. How would you recommend he live for his own safety and security in there?
In the past, most people of notoriety like Diddy, you know, that we've had in custody, in jail, usually they spend a lot of time in solitude by themselves because they can't even be in general populations because there's no telling what's going to happen, what they're going to do. So he's going to spend a lot of time alone, thinking about everything that's going on. And the best advice would just keep your head down and pay attention to your surroundings, because there's not a whole lot that somebody that's used to the type of lifestyle that he's used to is ever going to adjust to. And I guess the quicker this trial is over for him, the better it is for him when he could actually, when he goes away, begin to live that life that inmates or detainees have to live.
Right, Elias, what you said, keep your head down. I feel like Diddy could really take a page out of Suge Knight's book in that regard. You know, Suge kept his mouth shut. That is one thing that he has historically done. He's known for not breaking that code of silence. And oh boy, we'll see what happens. To be continued. Big thanks to our tremendous power panel today. Elias Hussamadeen, Sonny Slaughter, Holland Reed. Thank you all for your insight. We'll talk again soon. We're going to hit